Tonight, new year, new date, possibly, for an East End extension.
At this point in time, a lot of things still need to go right, but it's definitely achievable to say Q1.
How this would change the commute for people living in Orleans. Droning on and on around Parliament Hill.
Ottawa is really a prime target for a lot of things, crime like any other major city.
A training exercise in drone detection all week long. Will it be a distraction in the core? And in the course of conducting police business, some unusual finds.
Seeing some items for $5 and having it not to go to waste is really important, especially right now.
What the Kingston service is putting up for auction. Good evening. It will likely be at least a few more months before transit riders in the East End are hopping on the LRT. OC Transpo is providing a new timeline for the opening of the O-Train East extension, saying it will not be up and running until early 2026. The trains will run from Blair Station and make several stops, including at Jeanne d'Arc and Place d'Orleans, before ending at Trim. CTV's Leah Larocque joins us now with more on this. Leah.
Well, Patricia, without committing to an exact date, OC Transpo boss says it's definitely achievable for transit riders in Orleans to ride the LRT in early 2026, reiterating that that is the goal, but they won't rush it and will only open it to passengers when it's safe and ready.
Light rail in Orleans, almost ready, but many riders are still guessing on a date.
So we're looking at the new year now. And I'm looking forward to the train. It takes me an hour and a half, 2 hours to get home sometimes.
Now a closer timeline of the opening of the East extension of the Confederation line.
We like to talk quarters. Are we talking in the first quarter, or are we talking the first couple of months? You can't do December, it's Christmas. You can't do January, people are on holidays.
OC Transpo boss Troy Charter saying early 2026 is achievable.
At this point in time, a lot of things still need to go right, but it's definitely achievable to say Q1.
The East extension will run from Blair Road all the way to Trim Road. It was originally supposed to open in 2022. Then it was pushed to 2024, then 2025, and now scheduled for some time before April 2026.
It's going to be interesting how it works out.
It's always packed. It's full. There's some weird scents. The escalators aren't usually working.
The city is counting on the East End extension opening for potential revenue as part of next year's budget. Also included in the budget is a 2.5% fare increase for transit users.
It's just hard to swallow the fare increase with the kind of service that it provides.
So they cancel a lot of journeys, especially in the winter. We are freezing in the station.
Ridership did get a bump this fall with more people using transit in September and October. But ridership is still only at 80% of pre-pandemic levels.
0 to 10, say solid 4.
Why?
Delays, the fares going up.
I don't want to use the word happy, but I'm happy that we've been able to sustain the level of service we've had, given the challenges that we faced. But I recognize that we need to show improvement, and that's something that you're all expecting, and something our customers are expecting to see as well, and we're committed to that.
So what has to go right to meet that early 2026 target? They need to work out all the deficiencies and safety issues. They also need to go through a process called the substantial completion. Independent certifiers need to sign off, and then they need to undergo a complete trial running period, and it has to be successful. Patricia.
It's a lot. And Leah, the Transit Committee approved the 2026 transit budget today, but we know councillors are also looking at some other changes for riders next year.
Absolutely. So council will now vote on that fare hike, but they're also going to weigh in on a plan that could make transit more affordable. That includes things like free rides for those under 18 on weekends and on holidays, or extending the transfer window, so that would save commuters paying more than once on a single trip. But of course, all of that costs money, and there's already a $47 million hole in the transit budget, so it isn't clear exactly where the money for that will come. Patricia.
All right, CTV's Leah Larocque live for us tonight. Thank you. And you can scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen to link to us online, or visit ctvnewsottawa.ca. We have more details on today's Transit Commission meeting and the opening timeline for the LRT East extension. Well, a buzz of activity in the downtown core this week, but you'd have to look up to notice a drone detection exercise put on by the Department of National Defence and the RCMP. What we know is that it's aimed at improving safety and identifying suspicious drones, but there's a lot we don't know. The testing of cutting-edge devices is going on all week around Kent, Queen, Sparks, and Wellington Streets. CTV's Austin Lee has been looking into this for us today. Austin?
Yeah, Patricia, and because this involves military technology, the Department of National Defence is not sharing any specifics on this event to the media or the public, citing security and operational safety concerns. But a safety analyst that I spoke with says these types of events are crucial to stay on top of evolving threats. As drone technology evolves, so too do threats to public safety.
The ability for drones to drop explosives or fly into something and explode is obviously a serious threat around the world.
This week, trials are underway in Ottawa's downtown core to detect drones that theoretically could be a threat. The challenge, protecting a 4-block area of the city with office towers varying from 2 to 15 stories. 20 companies putting their tech to the test with some $1.7 million in prize money up for grabs.
I think it's necessary to have an event like this. I mean, I like to think some have been going on that we don't even know about as well. But Ottawa is really a prime target for a lot of things, crime like any other major city, but with visiting dignitaries, sitting parliament.
From locating drones to AI-powered target tracking and destruction. Though this event is all about drone detection, none will be destroyed.
Drone warfare is now mainstream, and Canada is lacking, and we're behind the power curve in drone warfare and county drone operations. So I think this is great news that we're doing it.
This week's event is part of the Innovation for Defense Excellence and Security program. It comes as the future of warfare is changing quickly.
What is happening in Ukraine and in Gaza is demonstrating just how fast this is evolving. Much like a tank used to be, or the infantry or artillery, now you've got drones that are just equally as important. And in fact, today, they're actually more important.
The drones involved in the challenge are all registered and fully compliant with Transport Canada requirements. Testing will continue through Friday during the daytime. There will also be one of those tests on a weeknight. The Department of Defense says the tests are not expected to affect any members of the public. Patricia.
But if you're out on your balcony, you live downtown, you may want to be aware. All right. CTV's Austin Lee live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, at the provincial legislature today, a controversial piece of housing legislation was passed despite vocal opposition from opponents who are concerned the new law could make evictions easier and take away the ability of tenants to defend themselves. CTV's Stefan Keys joins us live with the latest on that, Steph.
Patricia, tenants' rights advocates have been voicing their concerns about this bill for weeks, and while MPPs were voting on it today, protesters packed the chamber. And not only did they fill the seats in the public gallery, they also filled it with their voices, creating a ruckus. You can see there one of the protesters being ejected from the gallery because of the loud disruption. When that happened, Premier Ford yelled up at him, telling him to, quote, go find a job. The opposition are now not only criticizing the bill, but also the Premier, saying the comments are unbecoming. But when it comes to Bill 60, the Ford government says it's about leveling the playing field between tenant and landlord.
Well, I heard it in the House today for sure, but I don't agree with it because we're creating balance in the landlord-tenant system.
We're talking about big property managers who are getting rich off of these schemes, and they're the ones who are going to profit.
Here are some of the highlights of the bill. It does things like shorten the grace period for a tenant who missed rent before they can be evicted. It bars tenants from bringing up new issues at a tenant-landlord hearing, which Ontario Conservatives say could keep the case going longer than necessary. Bill 60 is also known as the Fighting Delays Building Faster Act and would also streamline site approvals. On top of that, another major highlight is that it gets rid of a landlord's current responsibility to offer a tenant compensation if they want their their properties back for their own use if they give 120 days notice. Many landlords like this bill as they suggest the scales have been tipped too far in favor of tenants. Even then, advocates say it could lead to more people being put out on the street who only need a bit of grace when missing a payment. So it's a delicate topic as people argue about bad faith evictions when landlords say it's too hard to get rid of bad tenants. Patricia.
CTV's Stefan Keys live for us tonight. Thank you. And we have extended coverage of that provincial rental legislation. There are more stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Still ahead, the stars are out in Carleton Place. A well-known actor makes his directorial debut, and he's not the only one you'll recognize on this set. That story coming up. Here's a live look through our downtown Centennial Glass Sky Cam. It is 0 degrees out there in the capital right now. A little bit crisp as we go to Jackie. You will recognize her in her Christmas gear over these next few weeks. Back out at Toy Mountain headquarters this time tonight, Jackie.
Yes, Patricia, and the amazing thing is that this is the brand new headquarters, very different from the previous years. So we will be providing a tour throughout the 6 o'clock hour. But let's get into our weather now. While it is wintry and Christmas season here, the thing is outdoors, mild conditions. Very surprised waking up and walking around of how mild it was, especially with the colder temperatures that we had last week. So different story, mainly clear skies. This will continue for another day before the rain sets in eastern Ontario. We'll get to that in just a bit. But first, temperatures here in Ottawa around the freezing mark, cloudy skies. Brockville still warm at 3 degrees, similar with Cornwall. Kingston sitting at 4 degrees. And we have partly cloudy conditions for Petawawa sitting at 4 degrees, and Montreal much cooler at 1 degree. So we did mention clear conditions right now, cloudy skies moving in, and by Wednesday, yeah, we're going to get periods of rain throughout the day, even heavier rainfall as the evening rolls through. We'll keep a closer eye on this and the weather system that is moving through in a little bit. But also, Patricia, Toy Mountain. Today was the first day families could pick up toys as well, and the Salvation Army projecting that we could see about 1,400 children receiving toys in just this week alone. We'll have details and more in just a bit.
All right. Jackie, thank you. Well, as we move into the holiday season, the city and Mothers Against Drunk Driving Ottawa are teaming up to launch Project Red Ribbon, their annual campaign to stop impaired driving. CTV's Josh Morano has more.
For Jeff Leckie, the holiday season brings tough memories.
She was walking home from the university library one night, about a 15-minute walk. She was 2 minutes away from being safe in her apartment.
His daughter Emma was struck and killed by a drunk driver at the University of Toronto in 2018. Leckie says he shares the story to make sure no other family goes through what his did.
Very soon after my family went through this tragedy, I reached out to MAD, which was an organization that I've always admired, and I think they've always tried to get the right message across to the public.
At City Hall Monday, the Ottawa chapter of Mothers Against Drunk Driving officially launching Project Red Ribbon, a campaign that honors victims and promotes sober driving through the holidays.
We don't want to add any more pictures to that wall. Those pictures are getting smaller and smaller every time we get one of those new walls, and that's not fair.
Ottawa Police say so far this year they have laid 733 impaired driving charges, adding that will likely exceed the 837 they had last year.
We want the numbers to go down because we will still be there. The sustained effort will be there. You won't escape us. So please, I talk to the Ottawa public. Plan your night.
MAD is distributing red ribbons across Ottawa throughout the campaign, a symbol of a driver's commitment to always drive sober and a tribute to the thousands of Canadians killed or injured in impaired driving collisions.
We've lost too many people to impaired driving over the years, so let's put an end to it. It's a very, very preventable death.
It's a life sentence for those families who have someone killed by an irresponsible, thoughtless, impaired driver.
As the campaign begins, Leckie hopes people take a moment to think before they get behind the wheel.
The reason we do this is so that other families don't have to go through the loss and the pain that my family has suffered.
Project Red Ribbon runs until early January. Josh Morano, CTV News.
Police are looking for witnesses to a road rage incident in Canada last month. Officers were called to the area of Terry Fox Drive and Winchester Road around 4:30 in the afternoon on October 19th. Police say the altercation led to an assault. Witnesses tried to intervene and de-escalate the situation. No injuries were reported. Any witnesses who have not already spoken with investigators are asked to contact Ottawa Police. And police are looking for help identifying a suspect allegedly involved in an assault last week. This happened last Friday at a home on Burnside Avenue. Police say the suspect arranged a meeting through an online dating website and then assaulted and injured the victim. The suspect is described as a man around 6 feet tall in his early to mid-20s. He was wearing a black winter coat, medical mask, and white sneakers at the time. And 2 people are facing assault charges after a brawl over Pokemon cards. This happened around 7 o'clock this morning at the Barhaven Costco. Officers were called to the store after a fight broke out between several people while they were waiting in line for the Pokemon cards, which are a high-demand item. 2 people suffered minor injuries. Repair work on a major broken water main in Pembroke is set to begin this week. The leak started last Thursday afternoon but got worse overnight into Friday morning. That prompted the city to ask residents in Pembroke and the Laurentian Valley to conserve water as much as possible. Residents are asked to avoid things like washing cars, and they're asked to take shorter showers. It's unclear exactly how long the repairs will take. From e-bikes to foreign currency, there's a chance to nab a deal through the Kingston Police as they put dozens of items seized in investigations up for online auction. Here's CTV's Kimberly Johnson.
Some deals are catching Liam Cote's eye.
Some lawn equipment, all kinds of things, some jewelry, things that, yeah, some cool money here.
Scrolling the Kingston Police auction site.
It's really great to see these things, especially around Christmas time.
Kingston Police putting dozens of items up for auction for unclaimed items, including power tools, Colombian pesos, and other foreign currency, and even an e-bike.
You can find some really unique items.
By Monday midday, the e-bike had 24 bids, reaching $360. Meanwhile, similar new e-bikes run in the thousands. Constable Anthony Colangeli says that items get put up for auction if they can't find the owners after 90 days.
We get, a fair amount of things either seized in an investigation, whether that's like a search warrant at a house or if we locate an abandoned car full of property, but we don't know who that property belongs to. We do the best we can to try and return that stuff to the owner. And there is a process in place for that. But when we can't, that often goes to auction.
But it is buyer beware. Items you're bidding on are an as-is purchase. Police say the auction has moved from in-person to online. It's done through a government surplus auction site. Money raised will help fund community policing volunteers.
Online platform actually allows us to do it more often now. So we're opening it up it's usually the windows for 1 or 2 weeks.
Winners have to pick up in person, with regular bikes starting at just $5 bids. Kingston residents getting a chance to nab deals.
It's honestly the bicycles, I think for families and for kids.
Kimberly Johnson, CTV News, Kingston.
Pretty cool. Always in Carleton Place, so looking for the big actors.
Just ahead, some excitement in CP. Hollywood stars go to work in the Ottawa Valley filming a new movie. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Patricia. We're joined by the folks here at Anthem Properties at Carlingwood Shopping Centre. Caitlin, what does it mean to have Toy Mountain at the headquarters here at Carlingwood Shopping Centre?
It means everything to us. It's so incredible to have you guys here, to know that we're making a difference in the communities that we operate in, and to be helping thousands of children across the Ottawa region.
Well, thank you so much for having us. We're going to take a tour in just a bit. But Rob, just remind the folks at home where they could drop off a toy and even pick up if they are looking to pick up toys.
Yeah, so you can head on down to Carlingwood Shopping Centre at 2121 Carling Avenue. And we're just by entrance 5, right by customer service.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, showcasing Sussex Drive, where the temperature, we're sitting at the freezing mark right now.
Frontline Credit Union and the Ottawa firefighters are so proud to support the Toy Mountain this year.
New unwrapped toys can be dropped off at any Ottawa Fire Services station or Frontline Credit Union locations.
Frontline Credit Union, Ottawa firefighters, and Toy Mountain, helping families this holiday season.
Well, our popular Team of the Week segment is back. If you want to be a part of our Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week, upload your video to ctvnewsottawa.ca. From the Hollywood Hills to the Ottawa Valley, the likes of Michael Cera, Pamela Anderson, Jamie Dornan, and more were in Carleton Place today, filming a new movie. CTV's Dylan Dyson went down to the set to take a look.
The front of Matt DeRoche's apartment in Carleton Place has become the scene of a new Hollywood movie.
He told me Michael Cera and Pamela Anderson were going to be in it, and I was stoked.
I was freaking stoked, man.
It's Michael Cera's directorial debut, and he's picked downtown Carleton Place as a feature location for his film, Love Is Not the Answer.
I spoke to him for like a few minutes, and he was like thanking me for letting me use my house, or letting him use my place, and I was like, dude, you don't have to thank me, man, anytime. I told him how much I love Superbad, and he loved that. It was awesome.
The anticipated rom-com stars Pamela Anderson as her character learns that love may not be the solution to all of life's problems, and features big-name co-stars like Jamie Dornan.
We've had more than a few movies shot here. We've had them shot at inside the town hall, in many of our businesses downtown, and a few homes around the area. So it's always neat to see your local hometown is part of these big movie productions, and this is one of the bigger ones for sure.
The chance to catch a glimpse of the stars drawing big crowds in the small town.
It's fun to see somebody that you've seen in other movies, and yeah, so between Pamela Anderson and Michael Cera, it's kind of cool.
We haven't seen a lot. We think we saw Pamela Anderson cross the street.
Oh, I love watching all the background stuff, watching the background actors, but we're really hoping to see Pamela Anderson or Jamie Dornan.
Pretty cool. All was in Carleton Place, so looking for the big actors.
This isn't the first and likely won't be the last big screen movie filmed in the Ottawa Valley, which is becoming a hotspot for Hollywood's elite.
There was another movie filmed here too. It was Fat Man, and Mel Gibson was in it, and I got to watch them film up the street too. I didn't get to meet him though, but I was excited for that to come out. When it came out, sure enough, my building and my bedroom window was in the movie.
Dylan Dyson, CTV News, Carleton Place.
Pretty cool. Michael Cera was in downtown Ottawa yesterday, too. A couple of people who work here ran into him as well on Rideau Street. So some sightings out there. Very, very fun. Well, after a snowy end to the weekend, it was a mild start to our week here in Ottawa. Temperatures were above freezing for most of the day. No ice on the Rideau River, and things will keep warming up into tomorrow. Now back to Carlingwood for another star sighting out there. Jackie Perez standing by at Toy Mountain. Jackie?
Well, thanks so much, Patricia. You spoke about the mild temperatures, and we're in store for pretty high or above seasonal temperatures for at least the next couple of days. And taking a closer look at our satellite radar, we can see that parts of northern Ontario, there is a winter storm warning up to 15 centimeters beginning Tuesday night into Wednesday. We have yet to see that affect us here, likely because of the mild temperatures we are getting over the next few days, that it will likely turn into rain. So right now, sitting around the freezing mark, and today's highs, we saw up to 4 degrees. Overnight temperatures will remain around the freezing mark with mainly cloudy skies. And tomorrow, 8 degrees, lots of sunshine, mainly sunny skies. And then really tonight's lows throughout eastern Ontario will still remain above zero. So about 1 degree in Bancroft, 2 degrees for Brockville as well as Cornwall, about 3 degrees in Kingston and Kemptville, and -2 in Mont-Tremblant. But really, for the most part, we are in above seasonal temperatures. So for tomorrow, not only will Ottawa get about 8-9 degrees, the temperatures will be very similar for most of eastern Ontario. Mainly sunny skies is also what's in store. It's Wednesday, though, that we want to keep an eye out for when the rain is going to come down for here, and periods of rain for eastern Ontario. But for Atlantic Canada, -2 in Fredericton, 1 degree in Halifax. We've got about 3-4 degrees in Timmins and Sudbury, 7 in Windsor. And temperatures out west, they're already below freezing mark, -3 in Edmonton, -2 in Calgary, and about 7 degrees in Vancouver. So this gives you a closer look at the conditions that Tuesday evening we are likely going to see rain, and it will continue into Wednesday as well. And we are going to need that umbrella. So keep that in mind, and as your rain gear as well. When we look at Tuesday's weather tracker, this is the storm that is going to be moving through northern Ontario and Timmins. So lots of snow moving through, but with our warmer temperatures, it'll likely turn into rain for us. Now, the 7-day weather forecast is brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Center. Visit their website to nominate someone to win the gift of hearing. So periods of rain for Wednesday, 9 degrees really for our Tuesday and Wednesday. Flurries will likely come through Thursday and Friday, and that's when temperatures are likely going to dip and get a lot colder, and it's going to come quick. Friday into Saturday, -10 is going to be the overnight lows, and then we're going to have mainly sunny skies for our Saturday, but we're only getting to a daytime high of -3.
That's all right. That's okay. You don't feel important, honey. All I got to say is to
Country music star Brad Paisley is coming to Ottawa, and he's bringing Truck Still Works World Tour to the Canadian Tire Centre on December 13th, and we want to send you to the show. Thanks to our friends at Pure Country 94, you have a chance to win tickets. Plus, one lucky winner will get the grand prize of best seats in the house, and that is a pair of tickets in the first 10 rows. All you got to do, scan the QR code on your screen to head over to ctvottawa.ca and enter for your chance to win. Good luck. All right, we are still here at Toy Mountain headquarters. We're so excited, Patricia, to take a grand tour of this place. So in about 10 minutes time, we will be giving you a behind the scenes look, maybe even some of the toys that have already come from the Help Santa Toy Parade, and also focus in on the toys that are needed most. But back to you in studio for now.
Yeah, and how cool was that parade on the weekend? All right, good stuff, Jackie. Talk in a bit. Coming up, we'll tell you about a major food recall involving a popular yogurt brand.
Saint Laurent is proud to once again be part of Toy Mountain this holiday season.
Bring your new unwrapped toys to any Toy Mountain location like ours, conveniently located right by Center Court.
Saint Laurent and Toy Mountain helping families this holiday season.
Taking a look at the roads out there right now. Slowdowns in the usual spots on the Queensway, but for the most part moving reasonably well. And now some other stories you need to know right now. A popular kids' lunch snack is being recalled across Canada. CTV's Stefan Keys joins us now with the details on this and other stories. Steph?
Patricia, parents may want to check their fridges because Yoplait is recalling some of its products in Canada. There may be pieces of plastic in the yogurt. The affected products are on the Canadian Food Inspection Agency website and include all Yope 200 milliliter drinkable yogurt flavors. A number of multi-packs of the products are also covered by the recall. The products include all best before dates up to January 12th of next year. No other Yoplait products sold in Canada are impacted.
Want to regroup. Sanderson springs the break. Here's the Cousins.
The Ottawa Senators are back in action tonight after playing in San Jose against the Sharks over the weekend. They held on for the 3-2 win Saturday and are now 2-0 on this 7-game road trip. They stay in California for tonight's matchup against the LA Kings. Puck drop is 9 p.m.
We've had some laughs. Lane, you're awesome. Now it's time to celebrate all of you.
The Ottawa Cancer Foundation celebrated 30 years of community care and impact at the Westin Hotel over the weekend. The foundation's inaugural Aurora Ball showcased the inspiring stories of those who have made a difference in the capital and raised more than $180,000.
In partnership with House of Lazarus, they ensure that the donations get in the hands of the people who need it.
As the colder weather arrives, a local fundraiser is collecting items to keep people in need warm. The Toasty Tootsies campaign, now in its 4th year, is collecting new socks, toques, mitts, and gloves. There are 18 drop-off locations, including in Merrickville, Kempville, and Manotick. The campaign partners with House of Lazarus, a community hub, providing support for those in need, Patricia, and it's just such a generous time of year.
And it's equally fun, equally difficult to say Toasty Tootsies.
Yes.
Just rolled off the tongue for you. Great first event, Aurora.
Oh my goodness, the inaugural event, stunning.
Yeah,
Stunning.
You guys look great. All right, we want to go back out to Jackie right now, who is hanging out at the shopping mall this evening at Carlingwood. Jackie.
Yes. No shopping yet. We're here for a wonderful cause. We are taking a grand tour of the Toy Mountain headquarters, the newest spot for Toy Mountain this year. Glenn Van Gulik with the Salvation Army. How great is it to be here?
Well, when you got a partner, Anthem Properties, Carlingwood Shopping Center, a great partner who stepped up and created this space and allowed us to come in, a wonderful opportunity. But we want to peel back the curtain. We want to bring the viewers from home around the Toy Mountain headquarters so they can see exactly where the toys that they donate arrive. And of course, Boyd moving his storage, there's Dave and his team. They pick up those toys from all those drop-off locations. And so Dave gets those toys and brings them here. Dave.
Dave, tell us what the process is like for you, because we saw you at St. Laurent Shopping Center. The goal was to pick up toys from all these different locations. Have you started that already in your team?
We started today. I think we did a bit of toys today. We're hoping for more. As you can see,
tables are empty, we want to fill them up this week as much as possible.
Great.
So,
and I mean, we were talking as well to the Salvation Army, and again, today is the first day to also pick up the toys. Glenn, you have a special number. How many toys are you projecting that will be distributed this week so far?
Just this week, we expect to serve 4,200 children. So that's usually about 3 or 4 toys per bag, trying to make sure that every child has something under the tree that they're going to enjoy. But that's why we need those toys coming in. Dave, thanks so much for all you do.
Thanks so much, Dave. And also with the volunteers, it couldn't be done without the volunteers. So I want to actually bring in Wally here. Wally, how long have you been volunteering?
The last 7 years.
Why do you come back each and every year?
I realized very quickly it takes a lot of hands and a lot of work to move the toys around. Say Dave picks them up, but once they got to be sorted, they got to be packed, and then set up so the distribution can happen finally on today, which was launch day.
Is there a memorable moment for you in these 7 years? Because you also have your wife coming out to volunteer as well.
Both of us have been doing it since I retired, and it's just working the front desk on distribution. When a family picks up the smile on their mom's face when she walks out with something that she knows she can put under the tree.
Well, thank you so much, Wally. I appreciate you sharing this story. Again, the need is still great. We still have a couple of empty tables here. And Glenn, very quickly, just the age range that we're looking for donations.
Yeah, 0 to 3 as well as 10 to 12. So you can see a couple of these tables. These are girls and boys 10 to 12, and that's the age range that we struggle with getting the toys the most for. So drop off those toys, the drop-off locations. Visit toymountain.ca or make a donation right there.
Well, appreciate it. Thank you so much. And again, this is just a brief tour of what we can see here. Toys still being dropped off, sorted and distributed. Patricia, we will have more from here at Toy Mountain headquarters later on in the show. But for now, we'll take it back to you in studio.
All right, Jackie, thank you.
We always look for bargains in our family just to keep the budget on level, but this even helps better.
Well, Jackie may not be shopping yet, but a lot of people are. Black Friday just days away. You can already find some great deals with sales seemingly starting earlier every year. We explain why that is after the break.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
The Donnelly team is thrilled to be part of Toy Mountain once again this year.
Please bring your new unwrapped toys to any one of the drop-off locations in the city, just like this one here at Donnelly Fort Lincoln.
Donnelly's and Toy Mountain, helping families this holiday season.
Living in Westport means the best gourmet things at your doorstep, like here at Rosie Youngski's, where you'll find locally produced treats and we'll find foods from around the world.
Thank you, Sophie. We're very proud to support our local producers like Little Rito Maple Farms products, Stonebridge Farms, and Ludwig's Fine Chocolates.
There is so much to see and taste here at Rosie's. You can go to watercolorwestport.com for details and live better in Westport.
Our Bell Media building is lit up beautifully this year thanks to our friends at Christmas Decor from Nutrilon. Well, this Friday is one of the biggest shopping days of the year, but you probably noticed the Black Friday deal started days, if not weeks ago, as retailers adapt to online shopping. Here's CTV's Camille Wilson.
This is how we used to picture Black Friday. Now the one-day mad rush is more drawn out. For Doris Rainey and her 2 daughters, Christmas shopping in November is about crossing items off the list.
We do Black Friday shopping once a year.
And bonding.
We enjoy it because I get a mother-daughter event and I get to buy for all my grandchildren with the help of my daughters.
Like many shoppers, when this family sees bargains, they buy.
In today's economy, we need to stretch our dollars as far as they can go, especially being a mom of 4 kids and all headed to university.
We always look for bargains in our family just to keep the budget on level.
The American tradition of Black Friday has more than caught on in Canada, but the deals here particularly appreciated this year.
The sales are really good, and
Seeing we're not going to the U.S. anymore to cash in on anything down there, this is really where it's at. So we're happy with the pricing here.
It's no longer just Black Friday. It's really the whole month of November, with retailers spreading out their sales leading up to Black Friday, not just in store, but online as well.
It used to just be Black Friday, and then there was Cyber Monday, and that's it. Now it's really the whole month of November.
With retailers starting deals earlier to cater to online shoppers, many already taking advantage of the discounts.
It's great to come on a Monday or a day where it's not busy and not on the weekend and not the Black Friday kind of rush. So.
I also own a retail store, so Black Friday is a busy time for us, so it's nice to get out ahead of it. We do lots of little things, so like maybe buy one, get one sort of thing, or a smaller like socks with the purchase of a pair of pajamas kind of thing, because you can't compete completely with the big box stores.
Camille Wilson, CTV News.
He basically said, oh, you have a $13,000 claim, and obviously that was a surprise to me. And I'm like, what do you mean? I don't have any claims on this truck.
Well, just ahead, an Ontario man who bought a brand new truck shocked to find out it had an accident claim of more than $13,000.
The magic of the holidays is here, and this year the need is greater than ever.
Let's ensure every child in our community feels the joy with CTV and Move 100's Toy Mountain.
Together with the Salvation Army, we can help spread cheer and make a child's wish come true.
Drop off any new unwrapped toy to the designated drop-off locations or make a monetary donation online.
For all the details, visit toymountain.ca, presented by Donnelly Automotive Group.
When you purchase a brand new vehicle, you expect it to be problem-free. An Ontario man thought that was the case with his brand new truck, but when he went to trade it in, he was told there was an accident claim of more than $13,000. Here's CTV's Pat Foran.
Yeah, baby!
What?
9-5!
Cooper Gallant of Bowmanville is a professional fisherman involved in competitive bass fishing and major tournaments. 2 years ago, he bought a 2023 Dodge Ram pickup truck that he uses to drive all over North America. Recently, his father, Gary, was helping him trade it in.
Because he relies on it to be very reliable, he wanted to trade it in each year and get a new one.
Even though Gallant had the truck since it was brand new, he was unaware there was a damage claim on his truck's Carfax reports.
He basically said, oh, you have a $13,000 claim, and obviously that was a surprise to me. And I'm like, what do you mean? I don't have any claims on this truck.
It appears when the truck was sitting on a dealer's lot, thieves cut off and stole the truck's catalytic converter, which they sell for precious metals inside. To replace it with a new one costs more than $13,000. It also means the truck's trade-in value is less because it has an accident claim against it.
I don't want to lose out on $5,000 to $8,000, and I want to be able to get the right dollar for it, what I deserve to get.
When Gallant complained to the dealership where he bought it, they said they special ordered the truck and were also unaware of the claim. The Gallants feel replacing the catalytic converter was not an accident and should not affect the truck's resale value.
The claim against it should not have anything to do with the value of the trade-in.
When CTV News reached out to Carfax, the spokesperson said, given there was no accident-related damage and the stolen part was replaced with an OEM part, it should not be considered an accident damage record. The Carfax now lists no damage or accidents, but under service it does show the catalytic converter was stolen and replaced with an OEM part. That was good enough for Gallant, who can now concentrate on fishing and not worry about the value of his truck when he does trade it in.
Big shout out to Pat Foran and CTV News for looking into the problem with my truck. Everything's good, so thank you guys. Appreciate it big time.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
Well, coming up, we'll share the winner of this year's National Dog Championship held in Mississauga over the weekend. Jackie.
Thanks so much, Patricia. Every year, there's so many different ways to give back to help bring the Toy Mountain campaign to life. I have Kina Forney here. You are giving your talents for doing the murals behind us. Just talk about the inspiration to transform this space at Carlingwood into Toy Mountain headquarters.
Yeah, so I was asked by the Salvation Army to kind of dress up the space, and the walls were pretty bare at first, so I cleaned them up, and then I used their logo and the branding to kind of use the same colors and the same kind of idea of having a winter snowy scene. So snowflakes falling and
No. Love all this wonderful mural as well, and the blues and the Christmas tree and the garlands even. And this is a wonderful sight to see. We don't quite have that yet out in our districts of downtown Ottawa. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, where the temperatures are still mild, at least for the next few days. Right now, temperatures sitting at 0. And this is a beautiful shot of downtown Ottawa for our Monday evening.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sneha Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Living in Westport means the best gourmet things at your doorstep, like here at Rosie Youngski's, where you'll find locally produced treats and we'll find foods from around the world.
Thank you, Sophie. We're very proud to support our local producers like Little Rito Maple Farms products, Stonebridge Farms, and Ludwig's Fine Chocolates.
There is so much to see and taste here at Rosie's. You can go to watercolorwestport.com for details and live better in Westport.
Tomorrow on CTV Your Morning Ottawa, we learn more about a hidden gem here in the capital and how you can hone your artistic skills at the Ottawa School of Art this winter. Wake up the right way with Your Morning Ottawa starting at 6.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Here's what's on CTV tonight. Tracker, St. Denis Medical, Stumble, The Voice, and The Weakest Link. And here's a recap of the stories we are following right now.
You know, at this point in time, a lot of things still need to go right, but it's definitely achievable to say Q1.
OC Transpo is saying Q1, providing a new opening timeline for the LRT East extension. It could open in early 2026.
But Ottawa is really a prime target for a lot of things, crime like any other major city.
You may see and hear something unusual in the skies above the downtown core this week. Drones flying, all part of a special Department of National Defense training exercise.
There's a right way to do this?
Mothers Against Drunk Driving Ottawa launching its annual Project Red Ribbon to remind people not to drive impaired this holiday season. One last look at the weather forecast. Back out to Jackie at Carlingwood.
Thanks so much, Patricia. You may see some painted snowflakes here behind me, but there will be no snow, at least for the next few days. Tomorrow, we are waking up to pretty mild conditions, 4 degrees to start things off with a mix of sun and cloud. We're getting to a daytime high of about 9 degrees, mainly sunny skies as well. Wednesday, though, we will have periods of rain moving in, and then temperatures will start to drop. Yeah, Thursday, only a daytime high of 2 degrees. Chance of flurries moving into Thursday and Friday, where Friday into Saturday, I'm not quite loving the overnight lows, where we're going to have -10 going into our Saturday. Fingers crossed, though, because this is the extended forecast, still early, so that could change. But again, enjoy the next 2 days where we will get temperatures closer to the 10-degree mark. Well, that's it from us here at Toy Mountain for now. But Glenn Van Gulik, come out here. I just want to talk quickly. Just remind everyone the hours and times for the Toy Mountain headquarters.
Yeah, well, Toy Mountain headquarters, those families that have registered by calling 211, they'll get an appointment to come down here. But of course, you can drop off a new unwrapped toy at any of our drop-off locations.
What locations are these?
ToyMountain.ca, so you can make a donation there, or you'll see that list. Walmart, we've got Access Storage, Bayshore Shopping Centre, Carlingwood, of course. You've got Place d'Orleans, and then, of course, you've got I'm thinking Saint Laurent Shopping Centre. And then we also have all those other locations. Wednesday, we're going to be at Donnelly's, and so we'd invite everyone to come by Donnelly Ford Lincoln and join us for the live show and drop off a new unwrapped toy.
I love that. Well, thank you so much. And very quickly, just toys in need, ages 0 to 3. Yep. We would love to see you this Wednesday at Ford Lincoln Donnelly's. But that's it from us here. Thank you all so much for coming out here, sharing your wonderful story at Toy Mountain headquarters. The only thing left to do,
We need their help to help us build a toy mountain!
win.
I love this. Thank you so much, Patricia, Stefan. We're going to take it back to you, and I'm sure you also cheering along as well back in the studio.
You can put Steph and I down for helping to build the Toy Mountain. Don't put us down for that -10 stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. Thanks a lot to Jackie. And finally for us tonight, Steph, Canada has a new top dog. Yes, a Pekingese named Prince came in first place at the Canadian Kennel Club's National Championship Dog Show in Mississauga over the weekend. Prince and his owner collected the Best in Show honor, and it's $5,000 prize. Is there a lot of hair there?
There's a lot of hair.
Yeah. Prince also took top honors in the toy division, right on theme with our Toy Mountain launch. The event brought together 814 dogs from across the country.
Oh, that's steep competition.
They get carried around. They don't have to walk themselves.
Well, not when you're a winner.
Have you ever been a dog owner?
No.
I've never been the owner of a trained dog. That would be fun.
You don't train your dogs?
Not enough. Not enough. Not where they'd have a chance of that. Yeah.
I'm not dog sitting for you.
No. I know, it makes it tough. They're very lovable.
They are.
Just let them do whatever they want to do.
You spoil them, don't you? You spoil your pooches.
A little bit. It's those puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, they'll get you every time. You and your Goldens.
Have a great evening. Steph will be here for your 11:30 news tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.